Hi, my name is Terry Burns, and I'm here at the Grey Highlands Public Library in Flesherton, Ontario. And I'm going to be talking to the poet Brian Henderson on the occasion of the publication of his 12th book of poetry, Unidentified Poetic Object. Before I do that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Brian. He has been a Governor General's Award finalist for the poetry book Nerve Language, published by Peddler Press in 2007, and a finalist for the Canadian Authors Association Chalmers Award for Poetry for Sharawagi, published by Brick Books in 2011. He is the author of 11 previous volumes of poetry, including The Alphamericon, a deck of visual poem cards, and Or, published by Talon Books in 2014. He is a former director of the Wilfrid Laurier University Press and is now co-editor of the Laurier Poetry Series and lives with his wife, Charlene Winger, in Grey Highlands, Ontario.
I'm going to read a couple of pieces about place. What kind of thing, what kind of object is a place? What kind of object is a landscape? We moved up here almost 6 years ago, so we're newcomers. And Grey Highlands, of course, is a new name. Grey County is a new name. And so is Artemisia, Proton, and Osprey, and Euphrasia. And so, for that matter, was the Queen's Bush, a new name. It's actually the land of the Three Fires Confederacy, the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, and Ottawa. And it's the land that our ancestors turned into property. Transformation is written everywhere, and it's being written. Is unfinished sky mud drift, glacial karst meltwater, writing some words in landscape shale creatures, muskrat, snapping turtle, catbird, cattail, is trapline fishing camp axes, fence line, muskrat, barn railways, silo highways, power corridor aggregate extraction, is nicotinoid wind turbine drone surveillance extinctions. Just beyond this drumlin is a small word along the Underground Railway, across reckless bodies of water and Anishinaabe-Moan, whispered up from Riverstone. Field tarmac is another outwash, with trees and a side road at Irish Lake. Beyond that hillock is a coyote den at the rim of the Aspen Glade, where a harrier ghosting finesses etymologies of sun and shadow shafted, glide, beat, beat, glide, fugue words. The incommensurate. Though incommensurate with itself, language nonetheless somehow shoots a few arrows into the vanishing point of things, which have come here from a great distance, which makes it clear we have come here from a great distance or are asleep, to the future. Or, for example, the untenable proposition of flight from hollow bones. On second thought, let's assume music streams through feathers from a great distance. Let's assume love is the name of the 10,000-year-old spear point found in 1970 not far from where I live with my wife in a house built for someone else in 1997 on glacial outwash that tried on the disguise of a farm in 1854. Let's manage our assumptions from a great distance and understand distance is timing, leaving us beside ourselves, sometimes even with laughter or maybe a wound, made of porcupine quills or with longitude, because the ink with which it's written is time sensitive, and there is no such thing as the opposite of meaning. There are a bunch of raven poems in this book, and I'm going to read one of them now. After a long walk with ravens, A barking cat, tumbler turning a snoring chainsaw, a talking clock, dialing from the 1950s. Listen closely, the ravens say. In many languages, some inaudible in the treetops. For these secrets you will now be carrying. They are knocking on your skin with weightlessness. I was out walking by the wetland. I was in the kitchen, looking out the window at night across English Bay to mountains in Grey Highlands. I was in our bed smelling your skin. I was walking back to the field of the wasp's nest that later was becoming a subdivision. I was walking by the river. You can walk a long time. Many have been shot walking, or standing, or sitting, or sleeping. And if you were to keep on walking anyway, at what point would time fall in love with you? And would it be because it can't read the secrets or knows them already?